What is up, darlings, and welcome back to Kirsties'Karz. I look like a total mess, but that is not why we are here, okay? It was just under my sister's 2007 Jeep Liberty Sport, and we got the master and the slave cylinder replaced. And while I was under there, I noticed some antifreeze, and nobody likes to see radiator juices pooling, right? So, I asked her, like, have you had any problems? She told me, man, I've been having to put way more antifreeze in there than I ever had. I'm like, well, it could be an internal leak. Could be your gasket. So, decided to do a little test and check, because that's usually what I do and how I figure out what I'm doing. So I did the slave and master cylinder. You can catch that video. Got that running. The clutch is working great. Ooh, it's good to go. And then I looked around and I noticed tons of spray off everywhere on this side too. And this clamp wasn't on here, so I threw that on there, hoping that was the issue, since most of the leaking seems to be on that side. But we fired her up, did the whole pop the cap test to see, if the fluid was automatically flowing, that would mean that, your thermostat is stuck open. The fluid was at a standstill, and it stayed at a standstill all the way past when the car was to temperature. So once that car gets to temperature, the thermostat should open up in there, which allows the coolant to flush through. But when your thermostat is stuck closed, you won't see that flushing. You won't see the fluid moving at all, which this is still too hot to open, or else I would show you guys, but I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna guess, because that's what I do best, and just say, I think that it is her thermostat. So I sent her on a little wild goose chase to go try and find that thermostat here in town. Since I already have her Jeep in my garage, and I've already, gotten dirty today, I might as well just, accomplish it all, so that way we can send her on her way, and I know that my niece and nephew are safe and are not going to get stranded on the side of the road with an overheated Jeep in a hot 90-something degree day. I worry about them, so I'm glad that I can help her out, and I'm glad that hopefully we can kill two birds with one stone and get this car going good. You know what I mean? Because it's always one problem after another problem. Like, once you fix something else goes wrong. So, I'm just going to go ahead and fix this before it can go completely wrong and she overheats her motor and causes a bunch more damage that you don't want to cause. So, you might as well just, change the thermostat, since it's, fairly simple. It's 2007 Jeep Liberty Sport, and there's some other letters after that, but I don't know. It's a Jeep. Alright, so we're going to follow that bottom radiator hose straight to where it connects to the block, which is right there. And I think I'm going to go from underneath. I think I'm going to be smart and go ahead and drain the radiator first. But then again, I might not. I like to live on the edge sometimes, so go ahead and either drain it or not drain it. I haven't decided yet. And then, yeah, you should just be able to bloop, 2 bolts down there. Pull that puppy off, and the thermostat will be right inside that housing that connects to the block. Simple enough. We got this. I got this. We are going to do that. Ew. I have something in my hair. It was a little rock. It's okay. This Jeep is high enough, but I just want to give myself a little extra room since I'm going in from the bottom. Alright, so we decided that we were going to drain the radiator, and then we decided we weren't going to drain the radiator because this clamp right here, man, it's built to last, I just don't want to mess up the hose too, and you're trying to get that puppy off of there. It looks like it's been on there for a while, so I got a big Tupperware down here to catch all the spray that's going to come out when I undo this, but we're just going to do it this way because, it's faster and whatever. Hey, and I also forgot. They're 8mm bolts. 2 8mm bolts.
when you're like, how long can a bolt possibly be?
Dude, how, yes.
You're like, oh, it has to be.
Finally got the bottom one out. Now, if I can just find the top one. I know it's somewhere around here.
That connection was solid, Kirstie. I feel like I'm watching everything in high definition. I can't reach anything.
Am I on that bolt?
Yeah? Super fast.
Pay attention to how your thermostat comes out. You're gonna want to put it back in the same exact way. It's that simple.
Here she is.
There's a way to test these too.
Is there?
Yeah, you put them in boiling hot water and they'll open up.
Oh, shit.
This is a jiggle valve. It allows air to pass through the thermostat.
It's rechargeable. Alright, now we just need the ratchet again.
Okay.
Alright.
Yay!
Yay! It's circulating through now, so it's filled up all the air holes, so we should probably add more.
You want to make sure to bleed the system when you're done doing the thermostat. Leaving any air pockets could cause your vehicle to overheat pretty easily. So, what I do is I squeeze all the lines that are squeezable, and that happens to let out some of the air, and then you want to start your car, let it run, and as it's getting up to temp, the fluid will start dropping into there and filling those air pockets, so you just want to keep adding more.
Oh, she's shifting. Not overheating yet. Seems like it's a win. Hopefully. I don't speak this way, but. Whee!